James wiped the sweat from his brow as he guided his cargo hauler through the bustling marketplace of Kepler Station. The massive space station served as a trading hub for dozens of species, and today felt particularly chaotic. Alien merchants hawked their wares in a dozen different languages, while automated translators struggled to keep up with the cacophony. "James, slow down," Elsa called from the passenger seat, her blonde hair catching the artificial sunlight streaming through the station's dome. As the station's xenobiologist, she was always fascinated by the diverse crowd, but James had a schedule to keep. "We're already behind on deliveries," he replied, navigating around a group of towering Zentari traders. "Captain Morrison will have my head if—" A piercing shriek cut through the air. James slammed the brakes, causing their cargo to shift dangerously. Through the crowd, he spotted the source of the commotion. An elderly Vexi had collapsed near a fruit vendor's stall, her frail, blue-tinged body convulsing on the metal grating. "By the void, someone help her." The fruit vendor, a burly Garaxian, bellowed, but the crowd was already giving the scene a wide berth. Elsa was out of the hauler before James could stop her. "That's neural cascade failure," she said, kneeling beside the alien grandmother. "It's fatal in Vexi if not treated immediately." James hesitated. The Vexi were known throughout the galaxy as a proud, warrior species. Their empire controlled 3 star systems, and they were notoriously xenophobic. Getting involved could mean serious trouble, but looking at the elderly alien's pale, crystalline features contorted in pain, James found himself thinking of his own grandmother back on Earth. He'd been too late to help her when she'd had her stroke. "What do you need?" he asked, jumping from the hauler. "Neural stabilizer from my medkit, and we need to get her to the medical bay immediately," Elsa replied, her hands already working to position the alien's head correctly. James grabbed the device and helped Elsa apply it to the base of the Vexi's elongated skull. The convulsions gradually subsided, but her breathing remained labored. "She's stable, but barely," Elsa said. "Help me get her to the hauler." The crowd watched in stunned silence as the 2 humans carefully lifted the elderly Vexi onto their cargo bed, clearing away crates to make room. James had never held one of their kind before. She was surprisingly light, her bones hollow, like a bird's, but her skin felt warm and strangely familiar. The medical bay was only 3 sectors away, but it felt like the longest drive of James's life. Elsa monitored the alien's vital signs while speaking softly to her in broken Vexi, words she'd picked up from her xenobiology studies. "You're safe now, grandmother," Elsa whispered. "Be gentle with her," she added to James as they lifted her onto the medical scanner. Dr. Yilnar, the station's Centauri chief medical officer, emerged from his office with multiple arms already, reaching for instruments. "Neural cascade," he diagnosed quickly. Another few minutes and she would have been beyond help. "Who administered first aid?" "We did," James said simply. The doctor's eye stalk swiveled toward them in surprise. "Humans? Interesting. The Vexi neural system is notoriously complex. Most species wouldn't know how to help." 3 days later, James was loading cargo when a sleek, silver vessel unlike anything he'd ever seen docked at the station. The ship's hull seemed to shimmer with an inner light and strange symbols pulsed along its sides. "That's a Vexi dreadnought," Elsa said, appearing at his shoulder. "What's it doing here?" Their question was answered when a delegation of tall, imposing Vexi warriors strode through the docking bay. Their leader, a female with intricate scarification covering her arms, approached them directly. "I am War Commander Zixara of the 3rd Fleet," she announced in perfect standard. "I seek the humans James Chen and Elsa Rodriguez." James felt his mouth go dry. "That's us." The commander's crystalline eyes studied them for a long moment. "3 cycles ago, you saved the life of Elder Matriarch Velthara, my grandmother and the most revered leader of our people." James exchanged glances with Elsa. They hadn't known the elderly alien's identity. "The matriarch wishes to express her gratitude," Zixara continued. "But first she asked me to deliver a message. The humans treated me not as an alien but as family. They showed the gentleness my own warriors had forgotten. The commander gestured, and 2 of her warriors stepped forward carrying an ornate chest. For 700 years, the Vexi have been at war with the galaxy, Zixara said. We trusted no one, helped no one, expected nothing but betrayal. But you showed kindness to a stranger, expecting nothing in return. This has changed things. She opened the chest, revealing what looked like a crystalline star map. But as James stared at it, he realized it was something far more valuable. This contains the coordinates to Velthera's prize, a planet we discovered but never colonized. It's rich in quantum crystals and rare minerals. The matriarch gifts it to humanity, along with exclusive mining rights. James felt his jaw drop. A whole planet? The quantum crystals alone would revolutionize Earth's technology. There's more, Zixara added. The matriarch has convinced the Council of Elders to open formal diplomatic relations with humanity. You will be our first allies in 7 centuries. Elsa stepped forward, her voice trembling slightly. All this because we helped someone who needed it? Zixara's expression softened, something James hadn't thought possible for a Vexi warrior. You could have ignored her suffering. Most species would have, but humans. She paused, searching for words. Humans see a person in pain and act, regardless of consequences. This is a strength we had forgotten. As the Vexi delegation departed, James stared at the star map in wonder. One act of kindness, he murmured. Elsa smiled, squeezing his hand. Grandmother always said kindness was the most human thing of all. Turns out she was right. In the distance, the Vexi dreadnought prepared for departure, but James knew this was just the beginning. Humanity had just gained its most powerful ally, all because 2 people chose compassion over convenience. Sometimes being human was reward enough. Today it was so much more.